We bike. But nah, I just wanted to do some little nerdy little, superhero content, you know what I'm saying? I saw this picture going around on my Twitter. So I thought get my little 2 cents. But really, picture's fire. But really, I just wanted more so talk about the current DC, you know, DCU, whatever you want to call it, state. I just want to say, I always kind of wish they would have let Zack Snyder finish this version, and I kind of wish we could have like saw what that could have been like that universe. And really, my whole point of this is like, I wish they would have let him finish it out, blah blah blah, do his stuff, have his own universe, and have a bunch of movies underneath the Zack Snyder universe, but separate, two separate, distinct DC universes, right? DC cinematic universes. But to me though, right, what would have been genius? Because I mean, side note, I think Henry Cavill was a perfect Superman though. The look and everything is great. I think the new dude is also fire though too. But I think Henry, like from like the build, everything was just Clark. Like he was the perfect Clark. But regardless though, and also I thought Man of Steel was good. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I thought it actually is good and it's overhated. But I loved Zack Snyder's director cut of Justice League. That's to me that's a top five comic book movie ever to me. So yeah, and like to me, I wish they would have just like let him finish everything out. Fuck the reviews. Fuck if it's too dark. Just let him do his own Zack Snyder grittier version. He was gonna introduce Martian Manhunter. I mean, well, he did, but he's also gonna introduce his own version of Green Lantern. We saw the little teaser. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna do a lot of stuff. And I wish we could have saw his vision for that world, Justice League, all that stuff. Maybe he would have even incorporated Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Kept Shazam. Like he could have kept Shazam. Like I thought that would have been really cool though. Yeah. So boom. And like to me though, what would have been genius to me? What if they would have just let Zach do his thing, right? And then let James Gunn do his thing. Two separate, distinct cinematic universe. But you know, like how like the TV shows did, for Flash and Flash, I think it was Supergirl, right? Supergirl, the TV show, and the other ones too. They even threw in Titans and all stuff like that too, and Doom Patrol. But they did their own TV version of Crisis on Infinite Earths, right? Which is probably the most iconic or one of the most iconic DC comic book storylines ever, right? I wish they would have like, I wish they would have let, but well, did that on obviously a much bigger budget, but did that in a true cinematic movie version. That would have been fire. Point is, let Zack do his thing for the next 5, 10 years, make a bunch of movies underneath the Zack Snyder universe. Then while at the same time, let James Gunn do his thing, right? So, both do their things, both have a bunch of movies in their own continuity, universe, right? And then, like 5, 10 years from now, we see a crossover of both universes, like the TV shows and like the comic book. So we have our own cinematic, bigger budget, Infinite Crisis with Zack Snyder and James Gunn. That would have been a genius idea. That would have been a $1 billion idea. The $1 billion idea, if you ask me. But they kind of dropped the ball on that. And shit, I love how like James is very comic book accurate, and Zach's is very trying to be more original, and even like the dog. You know what I'm saying? Like both obviously shit. Her not looking like classic Cuzzo, but I like his take on it though. I thought it was fresh. I thought it was actually unique. I thought it was dope. I, I'm one of the ones that actually really like the Flash movie, even though some of the CGI might be a little but I wish they would have. Well, first, I wish they would have had a better budget and flushed out the CGI. Made it look, but I think the concept and the writing of that movie was fire to me. I thought it was great. I thought Justice League and Flash were great, and they could have built off those and just kept going, going, going. To me, and just let Zach have full creative control. No more, just shut the fuck up, fall back, and let him do his thing. Same thing for James. Let them both do their thing for the next 5, 10 years, right? And then let's say 7, 8 years from now, we get a real infinite crisis. I mean, crisis on infinite Earths between these two, and then all the movies that are underneath Zach's continuity, cinematic universe. Same thing for James Gunn. That would have been fire. We could have had mad different versions of Green Lantern versus Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? Superman, like that could have been beautiful, and that could have been an amazing movie. And really, you could have made a Crisis on Infinite Earth between these two universes. You could have made that a trilogy. That could have been a multi-billion-dollar idea. Like to me, they kind of dropped the ball. That would have been fire. And to me, people are not that dumb. People can understand, okay, there's two different universes. And if you don't, oh well.